All right, today we're diving deep into a story that's part treasure hunt, part straight-up nightmare. We are heading into Venom Valley to figure out what it really takes to go up against ancient magic, deadly traps, and, your own worst fears. Let's do this.
So this is the line, this is the warning. Our hero's here right before everything just completely falls apart. It's this spooky omen that keeps popping up, basically screaming that a deadly trap has just been sprung. But how did they even get here in the first place?
I mean, really think about it, because that's the question at the very heart of this whole mission. This isn't about finding gold or getting famous. For one person on this team, this whole quest is a desperate, ticking clock against a family curse that has meant an early grave for generations.
Yeah, this whole insane adventure kicks off with just a tiny sliver of hope. The idea that they can find something, some artifact powerful enough to break a family's tragic fate.
And this is what they're after, the Keel Lipe. Now, you gotta understand, this isn't just some dusty old book. It's a lifeline. It is the one and only thing in the world that might be able to stop this horrible curse that's been haunting a family for centuries.
And this is why it's so personal. For Charlie, this is not an adventure. She's living this curse. That mark on her shoulder, it's a death sentence. It's the same one her ancestors had. Her hunt for the Keel Lipe isn't really a choice. It is purely about survival.
Okay, so right out of the gate, the quest hits a massive wall. To even get close to the mountains where the treasure is hidden, they first have to cross a river. A river with a very, very deadly reputation, and it's supposedly ruled by a mythical dragon king.
And this right here shows you the tension bubbling up in the group. On one side, you have people who believe the legends, who are begging everyone to be quiet and respectful. And on the other side, you got a skeptic. A guy who's literally laughing at the myth, basically daring the river god to show his face. It's a really bad mix of faith and pure arrogance.
Well, guess what? The skeptic was wrong. Spectacularly wrong. A massive creature just erupts from the river and starts tearing their ship apart. So yeah, the legends were not just stories. The danger is real, and now the whole team is fighting for their lives just to not drown.
So, after barely surviving the river monster, the team finally makes it to an old temple high up in the mountains. And this is where the challenge completely changes. It's not about brute force anymore. Now, it's a test of their minds.
What they find inside is this ridiculously complicated puzzle. We're talking a mix of mythology about a dragon's 9 sons, spiritual symbols from Feng Shui, and some kind of hidden machinery, all connected to this one mysterious incense burner.
And the way they solve it is just brilliant. They figure out that the trigrams are based on elements. They realize the whole thing is out of balance, so they physically swap the fire symbol for the water symbol. And just like that, it works. You hear this grinding sound as a secret door opens up, leading them even deeper into the mountain.
So they passed the test of faith on the river. They passed the test of wits in the temple. But now they're heading down into a place where there are no more puzzles to solve. There are only monsters to survive.
That secret passage leads them to the top of a deep, dark, dry well. Following their map, they climb down and land smack in the middle of a pack of hungry wolves. They're totally trapped at the bottom, and these animals are closing in fast. The only thing keeping the wolves at bay is the fire from their torches. It's their only weapon, but there's a huge problem. Those torches are burning down, and they're burning down really, really fast. That's it. That's all the time they've got. 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the flames die out and they're left in total darkness with a pack of predators. The tension here is just, wow.
What happens next is just pure chaos. It is a frantic race against the clock. They're trying to fight off wolves, get a rope set up, and literally climb out of this pit, all while their only protection is just fading away second by second. After that insane escape, they finally get to where they've been going all this time, the legendary treasure chamber. But as they're about to find out, the biggest prize is always protected by the absolute deadliest trap.
They call this place the Fire Palace, and the way it was built is the key to this final trap. The walls are covered in fluorite, which is a crystal that literally soaks up light. But way more important, the entire floor, the foundation of the palace, is sitting on a huge, natural layer of pure sulfur.
So, what does that mean? It means they are standing inside a giant, gorgeous bomb. The sulfur under their feet is incredibly flammable. One little spark from a torch, and this whole place, and everyone in it, goes up in flames. And then they hear it, that same warning from the very beginning. The special candle they brought with them starts to cry. The wax just starts dripping like crazy. The final trap has just been sprung.
All of a sudden, crawling out of the shadows and the cracks in the walls, the tomb's real guardians show up. And it is a horrifying swarm of giant man-eating spiders. And they are completely surrounded. There's nowhere to go.
The final fight is just madness. The spiders are everywhere, completely overwhelming them and blocking off any chance of escape. With no options left, one of them takes this crazy gamble. He uses the tomb's own deadly design against it, creating a huge fiery blast with the sulfur. And in all that chaos, they finally spot it, the key lippy, sitting there, protected by an artifact of the Dragon King himself.
Against all odds, they actually make it out with the Keel Lipi, which means Charlie finally has a chance to break her family's curse. Afterwards, she admits that she kind of tricked them into coming along, but after everything they'd just been through together, they forgive her. You know, they went in as a bunch of adventurers, but they came out as friends.
But it does leave you with one last question to chew on. Sure, they found the cure, but they literally had to walk through hell to get it. And it makes you wonder, when the price of survival is that high, is it really worth it? Thanks for watching.